Good morning all, how is everybody? Here we go again, tile for Advent. Oh, I'm going to put in brackets there, Advent. Number 6 today. Doing all right so far. 6 days in, 6 tiles in. So, okay, just to remember then, I've written on this, I'm going to have, this is the top, this is the bottom. So if I just turn it over, there we go. It's easy to follow. Again, top and bottom, just so we remember, because of course this is going to make one whole sort of image, or we hope so when we get round to it. So let's make a start. I'm going to come in straight away with a pen, and I'm going to just sort of mark off a couple of areas. So I'm going to sort of think, got a bit of a curve going on here. So let's go from not quite the corner, sort of down and around to the bottom there. Okay, morning everybody. Oh, thank you for joining me. I know I don't announce when these videos are going to happen, so I really appreciate you finding me coming on. So hi everybody, it's great to see you. So if I just sort of turn that round, I'm going to put some curves on it. Just sort of working my way down there. Now, of course, if you think, oh, I don't want to do too much, or I'm not so sure, you could leave the tangles if you want to until later, and you can just sort of draw the basics and get the sort of skeleton in and then draw it after. But where's the fun in that? The fun here is, how on earth is this going to meet the next one? And how's the next one going to meet the next one, and so forth? It's going to be kind of fun. So I'm just sort of aurating those two lines there. And I'm just going to put a little V in there and a V in there. See, it's a little bit curved just to match the curves there. Oh, Alison on a train. Do you know, I've not been on a train in years and years and years. It's can't even remember when, actually. I think I actually went to Milton Keynes on one. I did a training course for Yamaha when I used to teach music. That was a long time ago. Alright, just going to put some little bobbles on side. Oh, Hayley, sorry if they're a bit small. You can go larger. You can do these whatever size you like. I just think the tiny ones, they don't take so long. Now here I'm going to do this kind of design, but I'm going to do it in this one. And just to give me a hand, I'm going to start in the middle, dots and dashes, and then it's kind of nice to split up that space and just work within those areas. It just gives you an even sort of coverage. And of course, if you want to start one side and then the other, it's fine, not a problem. There we go. And I'm going to leave one, and then I'm going to do another aura on the sides, little V. And again, notice they're a little bit curved, just to fit in with the curve of those lines that I did. And then little bubbles, just down one side, and then down the other. There we are. Okay, so there's our first sort of section there. So I'm going to come down this side here. I'm going to start quite close, just get a little bit wider on that side there. And then I'm just going to sort of, whilst I'm here, I'm going to kick off with another curve there. Okay. And again, sort of starting middle-ish, I'm going to put in some bubbles. Just it's nice to sort of get a grip of the size of them. So I don't always start at the ends. It's nice to get a full bubble in and then work from one side to the other. Alright, so we're getting smaller as we go on. Just sort of wandering down there, just so we can't get to any more there. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Glad we're getting parcels out. We're doing pretty well at the moment. We're keeping on top of everything. There's a few in today. I'm going to aim to get those done. Of course, I've got new product I'm designing and lots going on. But it's all good. We've got Dobby in. Of course, Leslie's going to be in a little bit later. She's out and about doing a few things this morning. Okay, I'm just going to put a small little line there as well. So this shape here, I'm just going to draw my dot and add in some swirls. There we go. Now you can do different sizes here, it really doesn't matter. Wherever you want to sort of put them. There we go. Of course, if you want to go bigger or smaller, or just keep them all small, it's fine. They're just sort of wandering, going underneath each other. There we are. Now, of course, you're going to take a little bit more time maybe with this than I am. I'm just trying to work within a set time if I can, so it doesn't take up your whole day. So I know we're all busy people, especially this time of year. So there we are, just a moment just to relax and chill out just for a little bit. There we go. All right, what about this next bit then? I'm going to leave this bit here because again it's small. It has got a grid design in there, but I'm going to wait until I get the tile that sort of goes next to it, and then we could perhaps put a grid in that sense. And so let's move on to this next one here. I'm going to sort of put a little bit of a line in there. Same with this one really, there's going to be a grid, so we'll leave that one. And there we go, another little space, and we'll just fill this with bubbles. So again, start somewhere where you can get a full bubble in, and then work either side of it, so you're getting a good coverage there. Okay. All right then, what about this side? Okay, so I'm going to start a little bit wider here, and I'm going to get quite narrow there. So into this next bit then, down and in. Okay, and then I'm going to put some little curls in. First one way, then the other, then one way, then the other, then one, then the other. Yeah, I can't wait till we get a tile going next to the other and we start to connect them together. It's going to look lovely, isn't it? So that's going to go sort of around and in. There we are. Now on the bottom of each one of these, let's go a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to add a bubble, 2, 3. See, it's got smaller each time. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Just sort of nice and gentle. 1, 2, and 3. Just sort of all the way down. Of course, they're going to get smaller as you go down. That's it. It's nice, isn't it? It sort of gives it a little bit of weight there, so you can see where that's going. So okay, we've got this sort of shape here. I'm going to split it, and I'm going to sort of come up and a little bit there. There we go. Now this one here, I am going to put a grid in. It's quite a large piece, so we can fit it as to how we need to later. I'm going to go with 4 there. And I'm splitting it sort of, you know, left and right, or vertical and horizontal, so it's going to be easy to sort of reproduce this on the tile it joins up to. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to put a line across. Now, obviously, if I try and do this, because I've done it by eye, this one's bigger than this one. You see that? It's fine. It's not a problem. So I'm just going to put a line diagonally across each one. And if it sort of goes off a little bit, that's absolutely fine. So it really doesn't matter. But it's important that you go from one side to the other. So it's going to look a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but that's part of the charm. You see, just going off a bit there, but that's going to make this this particular tangle look pretty good. See, I'm not going to the point there because this sort of square's slightly further in there. There we are. Just sort of adding in. Okay. And then each one, I'll start here. I'm going to fill it in, but I'm going to sort of curl the corners or curve them round. Just so you're getting that kind of shape there. We're just missing the corners. See, I'm going to do this as an end point there, so the next tile it's going to join. We can carry on the grid. There we have a little one there. Don't worry if you don't match all those lines together, it really doesn't matter. It's just about, you know, putting an extra design. Look at that, how that works there. Isn't that lovely? A little bit of shading on this. It depends if you want to shade the whole piece as one or whether you're going to do each individually. Entirely up to you. But of course I do have a shaded one you can see in a little bit, so there we are. It does look lovely, this one. You think we started with quite a rickety grid, and the design now is looking quite nice, isn't it? It looks quite intricate, almost lacy. There we go. And just sort of following it round. There we go. You know, this one, I think we underused this design. I quite like this. You might see this in a tile over the week some point. Don't know, see how I feel. I must admit, the tile that we did on Friday, those Christmas trees, they look fantastic, don't they? Glad you enjoyed that one. Oh, here we go. Just sort of getting in those little corners there. That's nice, isn't it? I like that one. So we've just got this little bit to do here. So I'm going to put a bubble in. Sort of quite a large bubble there. There we go. It doesn't matter that it's not perfect. It's fine. Absolutely fine. And I'm just going to come around. Doesn't matter where you start. I'm just going to put a little bit of a sort of a loop in there. And then coming from here, I'm going to do another loop. And then from here, so just sort of following the shape round, creating another loop. And then I'm going to fit that one in there, another one. And then I'm going to work from this point here. So following that line now, another loop. And this one. Another loop. You see how it's sort of forming this sort of pattern until we can't really go anymore. And then I'm just going to fill in those little gaps just so you can see those loops. There we are. Again, you don't have to fill them in with black ink. You could use colour if you want. Whatever works for you. I like that, it's nice, isn't it? And you could actually put in these little lines, only if you've got space. I didn't on my other piece, but you know, you could do that if you want to. And then I'm just going to go from this point down and draw a line. And then again, just sort of, let's go up and down. Put some stripes in. There we go. And that, let's have a look at that. That is it for our tile 6 today. So not too bad at all, not too difficult. And again, if you want to, you know, leave some of the tangles and fill them in after, you can do that. So that one is going to sort of fit. Let's have a look at my little pad here. Here we go. Number 6 is, here we go, is there. So it's sort of diagonally opposite, sort of diagonally this one. Now if we have a look, there you go, that's my inline. So the top is going to sit there. So that one is going to fit onto there, just like so. And if I bring in my shaded version, so here we go, this is my different colour one. Let's have a look. And so there we go, moving along. There it is. So you see what I've actually done is I've shaded just around the edges. Same with this, just on those edges, just to sort of shade the main areas. And then all I've done is put a little bit of white up the middle. So that's the case, that's it. So that's it without shading. There you go, and that's it with. Amazing the difference, isn't it? But again, you can see there that the sizes and things, oh, that's not too bad. They're different. But that doesn't matter. Oh, that's not too bad at all. That's a good guess, wasn't it? Look at that. But yeah, it just means that when you get to 13, you're going to connect this with wherever it's going. And this is going to sort of come in here as well. And it just means that, you know, we work with this one with those two in the background. So there we go. So shaded, without shade. So easy enough to do that one, I think. And it's not going to take you long. So all I'm going to have to do in a short while is get that one stuck in place. And then done and finished for the day. And yeah, I'll see you at some point tomorrow. All right, have a good day, everybody. You take care, stay safe, and stay warm. It's not very warm out there. And just have a good day. Okay, I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.